You are all welcome. Our beautiful women. Oh yeah. It is indeed a great pleasure and honor to welcome our leader, our big brother, to Bayelsa State. Rivers and Bayelsa are one because we came out of River State. So River State is our mother state. And so when we have a son of River State, we believe and so we are happy. Our happy to receive you here because at the beginning of the formation of APC, you were there. When Bayelsa State was having challenges, as governor, you were there for the Bayelsa State APC. And that is why we are here happily welcoming you to Bayelsa State. Now, the objective of this meeting is for you to interact with the statutory delegates. And that's why they are all seated to listen to you. I would say you don't need to campaign to the delegates, the Bayelsa State statutory delegates. Because we know your record as two-time Speaker of the River State House of Assembly. We know your record as the two-time Governor of River State. And we also know your record as a two-time Minister of Transportation in our APC government. In a live radio broadcast about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was asked the question, see, what has Buhari done? And I said, since 1960 till now, Buhari has performed better than any other president in the area of infrastructure development. And one of those infrastructure development is the railways, which you have done well. So, Your Excellency, I will not bore you with much speech, but to say you are welcome. Noah, Adu, thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Your Excellencies and very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we regard the others very wonderful afternoon. For reasons being that we have a father, a leader by excellence, a man whose name is indeed a household name as far as Nigeria is concerned. And I think identifying with that very quintessential capacity, able, and a father figure will never be a mistake. And by God's special grace, this is going to be a new dawn in Nigeria. I was thinking somebody is going to clap. Just like what the chairman said, 2 times. In everything he finds himself, in all the positions, 2 times. Sir, we are wishing you 210. Straight. But before our leader will take the center stage, we will invite Senator New to formally introduce the DG of this great team. Over to you, sir.
Good afternoon. APC.
Progress.
APC.
Progress.
My name is Senator Nuruddin Abatami Usman. I'm from Kogi. Senator Ali Ndume. In the entourage is, from my left, Chairman Nigerian Ports Authority Akin Ricketts from Cross River. From FCT, Ranking Senator Issa Maina, former Army Colonel, former chopper pilot, Senator Issa Maina. The senior brother of your special guest from Rivers State, the Chairman Governing Council, University of Port Harcourt, my junior senator, Senator Andrew Uchendu. In this entourage is your son, your brother, your chairman, Mr. David Ochiuku. We have one of the very few Nigerians to have ever won the rank of a lieutenant general, not as a field officer, but as an earned rank. Lieutenant General Yusuf Tukur Buratai. And of course, your sons, former acting governor, Bayelsa, Right Honorable Baby, former speaker. May I have the honor to ask somebody to stand up and let's see if anybody here will recognize him. Sir, can you stand up? Next to him is the former National Secretary, AMPP, former National Auditor, APC, Chief Judge, Mogalu, a former Speaker, Benway, former Member, House of Reps, 2019 APC Governorship Candidate, Benway State, Chief Executive Officer, Shippers Council, Right Honorable Emmanuel Jime. Next to him from Kano, Honorable Nasiru Babale Ila, House of Reps, Kano Metropole. A former Commissioner of Police, Oyo, former Commissioner of Police, Rivers, Alhaji Abdelkader Mohammed Indaba. From Kogi, we have Honorable Kabiru Ajana, former member, House of Reps. We have all come in the entourage of one of yours, a true son of Niger Delta. Some call him Lion of Ubima. This gentleman is a former speaker of the State Assembly in Rivers State. He served for 2 terms. This gentleman is a former governor of Rivers State. This gentleman served a period of 2 terms. This gentleman is a Minister of Transportation. Currently, he's in his 2nd term. This gentleman is a former Director General of the Buhari Campaign Organization, the organization that helped brought opposition to power. He served as DG for 2 terms. This gentleman was the chairman of the Conference of Speakers. He served for 2 terms. This gentleman is a former chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum. He served for. This gentleman has just been honored by the president's own people, the Emir of Daura, as the Dam Amanar Daura. The Dam Amanar Daura means the trusted son of the Daura people. Now, Daura, for those of us who do not know, is the source or the ancient town from which every Hausa man believes he comes from. So when the Hausa man from Daura honors you as the trusted one, the Hausa people have honored you. He's been honored as the trusted son of the Daura people. This gentleman, according to Mankinsi Institute, there is no leader worthy, but that leader who is a leader of leaders. He has led Speakers Conference. He has led Governors Conference. He has led many other groupings. This man is by name Chibuike. God is strength. His other name is Rotimi. is with me. God is with us. This man's name is Amaechi. Amaechi, who knows tomorrow. We are in the entourage of no less a person than Right Honorable Chibuike Roti Amaechi. His CV is even I, with the rank of a senator, not hand him the microphone. So the microphone will be handed over to him by someone whose CV is near his. Former Minority Leader, House of Reps, former Majority Leader, Senate, our Senator Ali Ndube.
Thank you very much, distinguished Senator. I come forward, honorable members of our great party and distinguished entourage of our principal here. Mine is a very brief speech. I am Senator Ali Ndube, as being introduced. I'm the chairman leading the Rotimi Amaechi presidential campaign team. But I'm here in a different environment. The chairman spoke first. This is unusual in our journey. Normally, we that come will speak first. But because we are at home, the chairman took the microphone and spoke, and he said it all. And he said, this is our home. When we were at the palace of His Royal Majesty, where we had all the Royal Majesties, they also confirmed to us. And I said that we are the visitors, but our candidate is at home. So we just follow him to his home. Not only that, I want to ask the cameraman to move on this side, please, because I want to have the focus on the delegate. Please, quickly, because I want to do something and we go. Here with us is Tony. I can see all of you know him, Principal, and members of our House of Rep here. And most importantly, we are here with David. David, can you look at me, please? Your Excellency, sir. You know, and we know, and I was watching, as far there is in Borno, that he won that election. He is the governor-elect. He won the election. And they came up with funny thing. They say he's deputy. That is the Nigerian system for you. But we believe, as his name is, David. I'm a Muslim, but I know David defeated who? Goliath. He will defeat them again. Because he is not only David, he is the David the lion. Even lion alone can defeat everybody, not to talk of David again. Sir, that's why I say you guys should move this side. Because now is the time to confirm that here in Bayelsa, Rotimi Amaechi, the delegates vote for Rotimi Amaechi is 100%. Those in favor say aye. Aye. I want to hear again. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Okay, those in favor, raise up your hand, please. Thank you very much. Now, I'm going to Abuja with the vote of the Bayelsa delegate before the election. Because you are used to doing it here anyway. So, we will write all the delegates. Everybody is a witness, and the media people, channels, TRAT, you are a witness that the delegates of Bayelsa State have voluntarily and confirmed in your presence that all the number of delegates in Bayelsa belongs to your son, Amaechi. So, with that, I want to invite your son to thank you. Please.
Let me stand here and address you because of this camera microphone. And I start by recognizing the chairman of the party. I know, you know the executive owns us, right? They can actually embarrass you by expelling you. So, chairman, I recognize you first. And all the members of the state executive of APC in Bayelsa. My colleagues, in that way, they're my colleagues. As speakers, we are both speakers, two of them. And they were also acting governors, right? But I think if you give deputy commission, if you give a deputy commission, I'm not acting governor with them, two of you. So you see, here, they are my colleagues in all fronts. As governor, they were two. They were also governors. As speaker, they were also speakers. And then my colleagues who have joined me to come, including the former chief of army staff, the very few Nigerians with the rank of Lieutenant General Buratai, who helped us reduce insecurity in the South. That is the major reason why you can see him around us, because he has to tell us what happened in the South. Now, quickly, we'll leave. Because I don't need to campaign here, do I? I was a product of Paraway Secondary School, right? The Paraway Grammar School. But then, what the Paraway Grammar School was government secondary school in Kolobu. When we were there. So I know, well, someone was visiting our boss and said, Abi, no go there, no go there. I'm sure he didn't know I can say that, right? What's happening? No go there, take time, take your time. So I'm completely a Bayelsa. If you go to River State, I'm the first person among the leadership of River State to say, allow the Riverine to produce the governor of River. That is what is called fairness. In fact, I also told River State, I don't need to bring the candidate. You can bring anybody. Let the person come from Riverine. And I say it tomorrow. Let all the parties in River State produce a Riverine candidate, so that whoever wins, we know that Riverine has been given an opportunity to govern. Because I know the challenges. In fact, it's worse in Bayelsa. You are more Delta. I don't know whether you're more Delta. I think you're more Delta than Rivers.
More Delta than Rivers and more Riverine than Delta State.
Yeah, because you're very peculiar. You can't do a road here without going up. And the moment you go up, the moment you Sanfi, what happens to go down? Go up, right? It's everywhere. So you need a proper intervention of the federal government to survive here.
Very true.
You know, 1 billion naira to build a road in River State. You need 2 billion for a kilometer. You need 2 billion naira to build a road in Bayelsa. That 1 billion naira will give you 10 kilometers of road in the north. So when they see you, they say, you're a thief, you're a thief. They should come and see what the challenges we face in doing infrastructure in the south-south. It's a big challenge. So I understand all that. I may not agree with those who do bunkering. I don't agree with you. The reason is that we're not the poorest people in the world. But I agree that we are poor and that the state needs to address us because we are poor. And we shouldn't be poor in an environment of wealth. Right?
Yes, sir.
I also agree that the way NDC is currently being handled is not the way it should be handled. I agree that the Minister for Niger Delta Development Commission should please appoint a board and a substantive. We will address those challenges that you face. You don't need to whisper to me, I know. I lived here, I passed through here to get my university degree, and I know, I won't say all of you, but I know most of you. In fact, this is one place outside River State that I did not say, how are you, sir? Go ahead now. Because I knew you as the boy, right? But if I don't know you as somebody who's either my age mate or my friend, I will do that please. Because I don't know whether you're older or you're holding a more important position. But I know literally all of you, I was calling you by name. And I assure you that if you win, you will be part of the government and will address what the issues are. Even the funds, what we're going to come, look at the funds. Ecological funds will be enough to even address this flooding you have in Bayelsa. But all we need to do is be careful. Be careful because people will come and buy your votes. Don't step. If you ask me what I mean by don't step, take their money because it's illegal to offer you money from me. And I assure you, God will bless you. Thank you very much.
Can we please put our hands together for that very brilliant speech? At this point in